thanks everybody for coming today. If you attended last week's session, I'm going to get a follow-up email out today, no later than tonight, to follow up. Sorry, I'm a little late getting that out. I actually decided to get out of the heat for a week and haven't gotten as much done as I wanted to. Next week, we'll also be sending everyone in Nexa Nation login credentials to our portal. If you want to use it, please do. It has a lot of valuable information, including free AVMs and free property profiles, along with quotes. I'm also going to send you a link to our dashboard calculator, so you can get a quick rate calculator if you need to get a good faith estimate out. And I'm going to also follow up around this meeting. This is one of my favorites. You guys are going to enjoy it.
Awesome. Mitch, thank you so much. The reason I really like today's session is because it's all about building your brand. And pardon me, I actually wrote a couple things down I really wanted to share. This is more than just creating graphics. This is more than graphic design. This is about showing up consistently. And when I say consistently, I mean consistently with the way that you're presenting your brand, your colors, your tagline, the way that the fonts you use, these things all make a difference. And if you're consistent with the language you use, with the colors you use, with the fonts you use, with the imagery that you use, you start to create consistency in the minds of your network of people that come across you online. And with that consistency comes the concept of stability. And with stability comes trust. And with consistency comes trust. And so, we're in the trust building business. And if we want to build trust with people, we need to be consistent. And today's session is all about being consistent with your brand. In addition to that consistency, we can create differentiation with you being consistent. We can create differentiation with you presenting yourself in a way that is different than others, that is more professional than others. Because the fact is, you guys, without differentiation, we all know we become a commodity, right? And when we are commoditized, what becomes the focus of our borrowers? Price, right? They just want to beat us up on price. They want the lowest, they're going to rate shop. And so if we can create differentiation in their minds by really focusing on our brand online, we can create that differentiation. In addition, we can then increase our repeat and referral business. If people feel comfortable and confident in referring us because they really are impressed with our online presence, impressed with our social media account, not necessarily what we're posting, but just the way it looks. You guys, this is all about perception. If they're impressed with the way our social media accounts are set up, and I'm talking just our cover photos, our background photos, right? Background photo on LinkedIn, cover photo on Facebook, they're going to be more likely to refer us. People that are referred to us, borrowers that are referred to us by our agent partners are going to be more likely to actually reach out to us and communicate with us and get pre-qual with us, get refied with us because they're impressed by what they see online. So this is something much more than just creating graphics. Okay, but that's at its core what Canva is, and that's what we're going to cover today is how to leverage a free graphic design tool called Canva to do so much more than just create graphics. Okay, so again, there's so much more value in today's session than just what you're going to see in us creating this graphic. So let me dive right in. For those that aren't familiar with who I am a psychology-driven digital marketing trainer and coach for loan officers, lenders, bankers, commercial real estate brokers, real estate agents. I've been in the space for almost 20 years. And so I help loan officers go from good to great by identifying blind spots in their business because you don't know what you don't know. So I help loan officers with the way that they're presenting themselves, their branding, creating differentiation, lead generation, lead conversion, utilizing different systems, tools, CRMs, and staying top of mind with your past clients, borrowers, and just generating more business. And so that's kind of why I'm here. And I work with WFG National Title. So WFG National Title is my client. They bring me in to bring value to you. So that's why I'm here. Your strategic partner with WFG National Title is Mitch Boxberger, and he just spoke a second ago. And so let's jump right in to today's session. It's all about again creating social graphics, flyers, logos, marketing in Canva. We're going to cover creating a social media cover photo today for your Facebook business page. But in you learning how to do this, I'm going to share so much more. You're going to learn so much more. You're going to feel a lot more competent in a lot of different areas to really create that differentiation, to be creative, to really show your personality, because frankly, that is a massive differentiator that we have that maybe we're not tapping into as much as we could. So today's session is going to probably be, we'll probably end around 12:45 or so. And then I'll just open it up to any questions that anybody has. So next week, we're going to dive into developing your video strategy and YouTube channel. This is a very, very valuable one. Being the authority, the go-to, the source of information for not just mortgage related, refi related things, but other concepts, other information and knowledge and education surrounding the purchase, surrounding the real estate transaction, surrounding just real estate in general is very, very valuable. Being that person that when people start doing their due diligence, searching online for more information on what financing might look like, and you being that source of information, that can generate a lot of organic business for you. That's what video can do, especially if you have a video strategy of some sort, and then really setting up your YouTube channel in a powerful way. So that's what we're going to cover next week. Guys, thank you so much for attending today. Let's dive right into Canva. And I'm going to take you right to the Canva homepage. So Canva is an online graphic design platform. So you can get to Canva by going to canva.com. So canva.com. It's like canvas without the S. So canva.com. There's also a Canva app. So in the Google Play Store, in the Apple Store, simply, on your app store on your phone, simply search for Canva and you can download the app as well. It's got full functionality. The only challenge with the app is that it's difficult to design something on the app just due to our limited screen space on our phones. So I would highly recommend that you use the web-based version on your laptop or computer. So you simply go to canva.com, register for a free account. Doesn't cost you anything. There is a pro account available at $13 a month, and that will give you access to thousands of different symbols, stock elements, photos. It's a full stock photo database you'll have access to as well that you can tap into to create some really awesome visuals. Okay, so here we are right on the home page of canva.com. And if you want to follow along with me, by all means, please do. I know, I'm the type of person that learns by doing. So if you're able to follow along, great. If not, I'm going to walk you right through creating a Facebook cover photo. So we're in essence going to create a Facebook cover photo that looks just like this right here. Okay. This took me about 5 minutes to create. Okay. This is just a sample. So I created a business page just for today's session, added my headshot, a high resolution headshot of myself that is zoomed in enough to where you can actually see my face and see my eyes and expression. See that was when I used to shave. And then my cover photo. The cover photo is this right here. I simply took a stock photo that symbolized somebody relaxing, because we all know that this process, right, is this home buying experience, this refi experience can sometimes be stressful. So I wanted to symbolize what it might look like for someone to relax so that they feel peace of mind when they are on my page, and then see my information here. And then I just added a little tagline that just says, I leverage state-of-the-art technology to provide a quick and transparent home buying experience. And one thing you'll notice that I don't do there and that I don't mention in a tagline or anywhere is I don't talk about price. I don't talk about how I'm the cheapest, right? Because the second I bring up cost is the second that's the only thing that borrower is going to focus in on. So I try to keep them looking at other items of value that that really I think are just as important, if not more important, because I know I'm going to be the one that gets the deal done for them, whereas that lower cost option may end up falling through at the last minute. Okay, so and then the other thing yes.
I'm sorry. Did you use a template out of Canva for this?
So I didn't even use a template.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't use a template, but I'm going to cover templates. So great question, Tim. And by the way, if anyone has a question, feel free to ask it at any time. Simply unmute yourself or just ask right in chat.
Thank you.
And so you're welcome. Absolutely, guys. The other thing too to focus on here, make sure you add your contact information onto your cover photo. So I always add my phone number and my email, obviously a made up email in this case. But I want to make sure that if somebody's looking for me, that they know how to get in touch with me right away. Okay. And then I'll overlay the logo over that. And you may also need to overlay some sort of NMLS number or license number to be compliant. Double check, right? Double check with compliance to ensure that you have all the disclosures that you need on any sort of marketing that you do, especially your cover photo. But typically, if you overlay that over your cover photo, that is going to be enough disclosure. You don't need to also include that into your profile photo over here on the left-hand side or into your actual, the name of your business page, right? So again, double check with compliance just to ensure that is accurate information. But the less compliant, the less disclosure information we share, the cleaner everything's gonna look. So this is what we're going to jump through today. Let me get back into Canva. Okay. So here I am right on canva.com and I am logged in and I see a screen that looks like this. It says design anything and there's a search box and I can literally type in anything. And what happens is when I type something in, let's say I type in the word Facebook, you're going to see that it makes suggestions for me. Facebook ad, Facebook cover, Facebook event cover, Facebook post, Facebook story, Facebook video. Okay. What it's doing is it's saying we have these preset Canvas templates available for these different types of graphics. Simply select one and you can then, it'll walk me through actually getting one of these types of graphics set up. So let's say I select Facebook cover. Yeah, and Tony just mentioned free 30-day trial on Canva. Yeah, go move forward with the 30-day trial. You'll see some of the benefits that having that pro account or premium account will provide you. Okay, Scott, yes, the recording for this and last week's session will be available this week. And so Mitch will get that out to you via email. That's one of the reasons he hasn't emailed you guys yet, is just because I haven't got him the replay yet, because that's still having to go through compliance. So what we'll do is we'll select Facebook cover, but before I do, I want to show you all the different options that are available on Canva. Okay, so it's not just Facebook. Check this out. So you'll see recommended underneath. You literally can create almost anything that you can imagine here. You can create flyers, print flyers, digital flyers, a LinkedIn banner. Highly encourage you to create a LinkedIn banner here as well. Facebook posts, Facebook advertising posts, YouTube thumbnails. We're going to actually create a YouTube thumbnail next week, or I'll have a YouTube thumbnail I'm going to show you for your YouTube videos. This is where a lot of YouTube video creators go to create their thumbnails for YouTube. Newsletters. You can create a newsletter here. You can actually create your channel art or your big background on your YouTube channel right from here. You can create video content here. You can create video cover photos. You can create video collages. You can create logos here, right? I'm not sure if creating a logo for you and your team or your business is compliant, but I would check with compliance to find out if it is, because if it is, it would absolutely be worth it to brand yourself and create a logo for yourself. And it's very easy to do on Canva. Let me share with you a few other different graphic design opportunities that we can tap into. Posters, presentations, Instagram posts, again, videos, different infographics, invitations, cards like postcards, right? You can create your marketing here. Any story type posts, so Instagram story posts, Facebook story posts, brochures, photo collages, you can create business cards from here. So a banner for your blog, cover for a book, right? So desktop wallpaper, a certificate, the list goes on, okay? You literally can create anything with these pre-formatted canvas and templates. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to and select Facebook cover. And you'll notice when I put my mouse over that, notice how this little number shows up next to Facebook cover. It says 2050 by 780. That is the perfect dimensions of a Facebook cover photo, okay? And again, Facebook cover photo is this. This is the Facebook cover, okay? Right at the very top of your business page. So what I'm gonna do, so what I did was I selected the Facebook cover option. And so now it says Facebook cover here, and then it gives me two options. It says templates or your designs. And with under templates, I can select a blank template. Notice how it just says blank there, or I can select an existing template. Now keep in mind, these templates are fully customizable. Even if I selected this template, doesn't mean I have to leave these photos of this person on here, right? I can switch all this out. I can change colors. I can move elements around. These are simply giving me a head start. Okay, a head start to creating something that may or may not look like one of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of things. Let me just show you what a template looks like, but we're actually going to create something without using a template. So I'm going to select this one right here, breathe. Okay, this is simply, again, just a template. You'll now notice that that template shows up right here, okay, right in this little workspace. This is called your workspace or your canvas space. Okay, and you'll also notice that if I put my mouse over this canvas space, this text actually becomes highlighted with a box around it. I can click on it and I can actually move it around, and I can even change what that says. I can put my name in there if I wanted to. Okay, and look, I basically have a Facebook cover photo created right now. The background, right? I can highlight that. I can delete that if I want to. Maybe I made a mistake, didn't want to delete something. I can simply go up and undo that last move that I just made. So that delete. So there's a little undo button up here. It's almost like Microsoft Word, or you're in Outlook. You can undo, you can redo, okay? You have text options. So again, very easy, all from one place, okay? So let me actually go back, and I want to show you what it would look like to select a blank template. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to type in Facebook right from Canva. I'm going to go to Facebook cover, click on blank. And now we just have a white canvas, almost like we were artists. And we have a white canvas on an easel in front of us, and it's our turn to create. But with that said, on the left-hand side, you'll notice there are what look like these Facebook cover photos and a bunch of different designs. These are templates. So at any point, I could actually select a template and click on it, and it will show up right here. And I could click on any of these. And there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of different templates to choose from. Okay, I can even search the templates, and I could say professional. I could say business. Okay, and these templates will show up, and I can select the template. And now I have the full, I've basically full control to do whatever I want with this template. I can change these photos out. I can change colors. I can change the name, right? So again, it gives me a head start. What I'm going to do though, is I'm going to create something from scratch. So what I want to do is I'm just going to go ahead and highlight everything. I'm just going to simply click on the trash icon and delete it. I'm going to delete everything out of there. And you'll notice too, on the left-hand side, this is our navigation. You'll see that templates is selected. So the template option is selected here, and that's why this template menu is open. Okay, see there's this little arrow right in the middle there. I can actually hide that to give me more space to just simply do what I need to do here, okay? You'll also notice if I look back over here on the left-hand side, I'll see templates again. So again, here's all my templates, and I can search templates. Look at underneath templates. We've got uploads. These would be simply anything I've uploaded, and I just recently uploaded the Nexa Mortgage logo. Very easy to do. I just click this button right here, upload an image or video, and I uploaded right from my computer right to here. Okay, very easy to pull in images, pull in photos, anything you want, your headshot, logos, stuff like that. In addition, videos, right? I can actually click on videos and I can pull in videos that I might have. And this is also a video, kind of a video, semi-video editor, okay? And for those that aren't familiar, Facebook now allows for video cover photos, right? As long as they have to be a minimum of 20 seconds in length. Okay, so uploads is the second option on the left. Photos is the third option. With the Pro account, you have access to their full stock library of photos, which is absolutely incredible. And a photo is what you're going to want to use for the background. Okay, so when I think of my business as a loan, if I were a loan officer, I know what my clients want. My clients want a fast, simple, sure experience. Okay, so I might just type in the word fast and see what imagery shows up. I type the word fast in there. Look at all these photos that symbolize fast. I go, I don't really see anything I like. How about simple? If I type the word simple in there, what shows up? Do these things signify simple? Okay, I'm like, no. What about easy? What about easy? And you'll notice the first graphic under easy is this woman relaxing. And if I go back to my Facebook business page, that's the graphic that I used. So let me go back here. All I need to do to use this is simply click on it. Okay? And notice how it just got inserted right onto my canvas. Okay? It's almost that easy. Right? Here's one thing I want to show you though. Notice how it just got inserted as an element that I can move around and manipulate. If I want to add it as my background, what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and select it and delete it. I'm going to click and drag it over, and that will then turn into my background. Everybody see what I did there? So I'm going to delete it. I can click and drag any of these over and turn them into my background, simply dragging from the left-hand side over the right-hand side. You'll notice how it fills up the background. That's how you can drag it and make it a background image. Okay, so it's that easy. So maybe let's use this one for this instance. So now I'm going to use this as my background. Now what do I want to do? After I've found a nice visual that represents something, an element of my business, simplicity, certainty, speed, what I'm going to do is I want to overlay some text over it. You'll notice on the left-hand side, we're still on photos. Elements would be graphics, clip arts, different shapes and objects that we can pull on, right? These are great for social media type posts, but I'll show you how I like to use these as well. Here's some of my recently used ones. I use these a lot for some of my YouTube graphics, right? Some arrows. Over on the left-hand side under elements is text, right? This is where you're going to spend most of your time is under text. Okay, so really, it's really just going to be these first four options on the left-hand side: templates, uploads, photos, elements, and actually the fifth one is text. So I'm going to click on add a headline. This is simply pre-formatted text. So if I click on add a headline, look what happens. It adds add a headline text right to the middle. And I'm going to simply just type in my name. Okay. And then what I can do now at this point is I can actually click and drag that anywhere on the canvas that I want. I can even grab one of the corners and expand that if I want. And you'll notice that the color of this is blending in with the background of this of my canvas, of my cover photo that I created. So what I want to do is actually change the font color of my name. So maybe I'll pull this over to the right-hand side, and then I'll go up and make sure it's selected, and I'll click on text color. See the little rainbow of colors up here? So I'll make sure I have my text element highlighted. If I don't have it highlighted, you won't see the blue box around it. So I'll go ahead and click on it, and then I'll click on text color, and then I'll select the color over here from the left side. So maybe I want to go with, let's actually see. Let's go ahead and grab Nexa's colors. Where is the Nexa design I just made? Let me actually grab that. So that's here, and that color is right here. So this is an actual color code for the Nexa logo color. This kind of like deep blue, kind of purple. If anybody wants that, it's 272264. Okay, and what I like to do is use that. And what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and just select this element. I'll go to color, and I'll just click on new color here, and see how it has the option for me to actually input that color. And I'm just going to paste that color in there, and I'm going to hit enter. Okay, I know that's kind of an advanced thing that I don't usually go through in this class, but again, if you run into any roadblocks, you guys, there's a lot of help with Canva online. There's even a little help button down here. Or you can simply click on new color and use the little color wheel to get as close to that color as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then what I will do here is I also want to add a little subheading. So I'm going to click on add a subheading. Notice how that showed up right under my name there. I'm going to just say mortgage loan officer. Okay. And then I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to go up, and I'm going to actually click on text color, and I'm going to turn that to the Nexa. Let's call that the Nexa purple as well. Okay. And you know what? You might be thinking, that's a little small. Why don't you expand that, increase the size of that? Sure. All I need to do is click on that element and just increase the size of that to whatever I want. Okay. The next thing I might want to do is add in the logo. And so all I'll do is go to upload. I'll upload the Nexa logo. It'll show up right here. And then I can simply click and drag it over, or I can simply click on it and it'll just pop right onto my canvas. A couple things I want you to take note of, this is really important, is notice how this text is on top of my logo. What's happening is this thing called layers. And there are layers to this design that we've just created. So without getting too technical, if we want to change the position of this, all we need to do is highlight it and go up in here and click on position and simply bring that element forward, forward, forward until it's in front of the text. Notice how if I click on backwards, it'll actually go back behind that text. Okay, that's it. It's that simple. And I'll just kind of resize it. I'll grab a corner, resize it down, put it wherever I want, and then I'm done. Okay. And then, so again, make sure you're using the right logo, the logo correctly. Okay. One thing too to notice when I started moving this around, see that pink border that shows up? That's called a buffer border, and the reason why that exists is because what's outside of that pink border may get cut off when we upload this graphic to Facebook, or let's say we were creating something for LinkedIn, right? And we just don't want it to get cut off. We don't want it to get chopped off. Yeah, Lydia said this seems very similar to Microsoft Slides. Again, very, very easy. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of move forward with creating a very similar design to what I created here. Let me just grab this text here. Okay, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back over here. And someone asked about the Nexa color. And I don't know if this is the exact color or not, but this is what I kind of calculated based on a graphic design program that another one that I use to calculate, to figure out color. So the color was 272264. Yeah, 2272264. Your graphic design team will definitely know what that is, or your compliance team will have probably what they call a brand standard or a brand guide. You can get access to a brand guide that will include all those colors and even fonts that they may recommend or want you to use. Okay. So, okay. So I just posted that color combination to chat. Okay. That's called a hex code for those that don't know what that is. Okay. So, or you may have heard of RGB. That's what that is. Okay. So now we're going to add that text in. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab this text. I'm just going to borrow it. I'm going to come back over here. And what I want to do is I'm just going to click on this gray space. This is kind of my little buffer space here. And I'm going to go and click on text. And then I'm going to add a subheading. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and just paste that text that I already had. And look, actually, if I pull it over here, it kind of contrasts well with this little seat that this gentleman's in. But what I want to do is actually, I want to increase the size of this font. So I'm going to click the corner and just drag it. Or I could have gone up here and actually selected a larger font size if I wanted to. Okay. And you'll notice though, when I do that, that I'm going to make sure that it's within my little boundary here so it doesn't get cut off. So it's in my pink box. But you'll notice that some of the text, well, actually that looks pretty good, but I still may want to add a little background. Let me show you how to use elements, because elements is a great thing here. Yeah, so Raymond mentioned eyedropper that allow you to grab the hex code from any website. Raymond, great tip. I love being able to pull the right color, find the right color. So if I click on elements on the left-hand side, remember, we're just going to stick with these top 5 different options here. Templates, uploads, photos, elements, and text. Okay, elements. Imagine if I type in, I'm going to type in money into elements. Look at all these different elements that I could select from. Right? Now, if you only have the free account, you may get charged $1 for some of these. Some of these are free. You'll notice when I put my mouse over some of them, they'll say, like this one says free, this one says pro. Pro is going to be available to me for free because I'm a pro subscriber. But if I was a free subscriber, I think it'd probably be $1. Okay, that's one other reason to potentially subscribe. I'll tell you what, this is between Zoom and Canva. It's the best $28 a month that I spend. Canva's $13, Zoom is $15. So if you find something that you like here, so again, I just typed in money as an example. Now, you may use money in a Facebook ad, right? Imagine if you just had a graphic with a big dollar sign on it, and it said, imagine how much money you can save by refining to with some of the industry's all-time lowest rates, or whatever that looks like, right? That could be a decent ad. And again, capturing someone with a really strong visual is incredibly important. That's why I like the shot of somebody relaxed, because I want them, when they see me, I want them to think that it's a relaxing, calming experience. And so what I'm going to do here though is I'm going to click X here. That's going to go back, and I'm going to find just a square to put underneath this text. So I'm going to grab this square right here. I'm going to click on it. You'll notice how it just appears here right in the middle. And what I want to do is I'm just going to resize this and put this under my text that I just wrote there. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull this over, and I'm going to pull this down to where I think it's on top of my text. And we all know now how to get this under the text. Simply make sure it's highlighted, go to position, and just go backwards. Now it's right under my text. Now my text stands out a lot better. But I don't know if I like that color. I'd rather switch to the kind of the Nexa blue. So I'll just go ahead and select that, right? And now look at that stand out. Now, but here's the thing. Here's another feature I want to share with you. I love this feature because it really adds a nice kind of creative approach to anything that you create. And it's called the transparency tool. So it's simply right here. It's just 2 over from position, transparency. It's this little checkerboard that goes from dark to light. That allows you to actually create transparency with any object, any text, any photo, any logo on your canvas. So if I highlight my element, this little square, I click that, check this out. As I slide it over to the left, look, it becomes totally transparent, to where if I go all the way to 0, it's no longer even exists, no longer even visible, right? So what I'd probably do is maybe put it at, I think like 35 is kind of cool. Doesn't that look good? Right? That's what professional designers use. They use transparency all the time. Now you can actually see this person on the chair behind it, but you can also read the text. So it looks very professional. So the last thing that I would add here would be my contact information. And again, here's what that looks like with my contact information. You need to just make room for it. I put it at the bottom. You can put it anywhere you want. Also notice how I put a square behind this text as well. Right? So I could have made this text white, the square background, I could have made this purple and kind of see-through, more transparent, okay? And maybe pull that down a little bit. So again, a lot of different ways to kind of set this up, okay? Okay, so again, this looks like a very, here's the deal. This looks like a very professional but very corporate looking cover photo. Now, how could we improve this? Well, we can improve this by adding in a photo that includes you in it, right? That would really personalize it, because what we want to do is we want to tell a story with the imagery that people see when they land on one of our profiles. And that's why I want to tell a story that includes me in it. So if somebody, because when you see a photo, when you see something that really evokes some sort of emotion in you, which this actually does, it evokes an emotion of peace, of tranquility, of relaxation. And you see, you, the viewer, actually put yourself right into this story of the photo. Imagine though, if it was, you in it and somebody's then putting themselves into your story. That is the ideal situation. Right? Because if they can put themselves into your story, into your business, then it's much easier for them to see themselves working with you, right? That's kind of the psychology hack here. And so what kind of visual might we create? Well, there's some options for us, you guys. Let me show you a few other things that I've created. I'm going to go back to canva.com. Okay, I'm going to go right to the home screen. I'm going to click on all your designs. This is going to show all my designs here that I've created. And this is a cover photo that was created for a mortgage company in Northern California. And it's simply a collage of photos with a logo and their tagline. It's just a small little mom and pop shop called Green Family Mortgage. But this is an actual photo of one of their clients, a grandfather with his granddaughter. Okay. And now these two are stock photos. So this is a real photo, stock photos. Now it'd be even more effective if these were all actual real photos of Green Family Mortgage's clients, right? Obviously, they just need to get permission from them to use this in their, on their Facebook page. Okay, these are different photos that I use for YouTube for presentations. Here's an open house flyer, right? Very easy to create. Let's say you have agent clients and you figure out how easy it is to create property flyers or open house flyers for them here. This would be a nice value add that you could then bring to some of your real estate agent partners. Let me show you this lender. This is a lender in the Phoenix market. And what he did was he actually took, these are videos from his Instagram story feed. And he downloaded them and then actually downloaded them using what Raymond's familiar with, a Chrome extension where you can actually go to Instagram.com in your browser and download photos and videos from people's story feeds, including your story feed. And he creates a lot of story videos. And then we just uploaded them right here onto the canvas that was formatted for Facebook, the Facebook cover photo. Notice how I just put #RamonLoans. We put a little square background, added 5 videos, and this is his cover photo. Here's what's neat too, though. Uh, these are actually animated. If you turn this into a video, take a look at this. So kind of cool, right? Different. Now he's a millennial, and this is probably a little more of a millennial type vibe, right? And those are most of his clients are also millennials, but you'll notice how it's animated. Now, what you can't do, you can't hear it. But what's interesting, there's actually sound to it as well. I'll save you the sound. So again, getting creative with these cover photos. You don't have to stick with this format or this format. Get creative with it. Have some fun with it. This one was a little more creative with the collage of photos, but sometimes you only have one chance to make a great first impression and present your best foot forward. Tell a story with the photos. Tell a story of the people that you work with. Show maybe a photo of you in action. And I'll tell you, it's going to create results for you. Here was a real estate agent example that we created. Again, showing an image, telling a story of just being helpful. Let's see. So here's that example. Here's another one we created with a loan officer in the Bay Area. And it was simply his headshot, his name, tagline, his website, some compliance, the logo, and a hand. And you'll notice how the background is kind of more of a tech forward background. So we found an image that represented something that was kind of business, but kind of tech related. And here's the thing too, keep in mind, if we go to photos, type in home, right? There's a lot of different options here. If you can, I would stay away from stock photos. They're just not as effective as real photos that have you in it or that were taken by you. Okay. People pretty much for the most part can tell if a photo is stock or not. Mike asked, how can a video be made for Facebook cover page? Very easily. And in fact, let's go to this that we're working on. I can turn this into a video by simply clicking on the animate option. Now, the video and animate options are only available for pro users. So you'd have to pay the $13. Now, with the 30-day free trial, you should be able to do this. Okay, so simply click on animate, select the animation you want. And if you click on one, take a look at what happens with your actual cover photo. So it actually becomes an animation. Now, what you want to do is change the timing of this to at least 20 seconds. Okay, to at least 20 seconds. And why do you want that? The reason you want that is because you can't add a video as a cover photo on Facebook unless it's at least 20 seconds long. Okay, so then let me just share the last thing we're going to cover today. So I share with you, there's a lot of different things that we can do with this platform. I mean, I create presentations from this. Let me go to one of my presentations just to show you. Here's a full slide deck on hosting a virtual open house that I created all in Canva. Okay, so check this out. Look at all these pages, right? All created in Canva. You can actually present right from Canva as well. Maybe you're doing a presentation for somebody. So we've got quite a few agents that are doing actually presentations to different folks, and even loan officers that really want to earn business, especially big accounts, things like that, relocation accounts, stuff like that. So here's what we do. When you're all done with your design, whether it's a Facebook post or you're creating a logo or a business card or a cover photo, all you need to do is simply on the right-hand side, click on download. That's it, download. And then under file type, it'll give you the option here. So if you added some sort of animation to it, then you'll select MP4 video. Otherwise, almost every other download is going to be PNG, okay? So we'll go ahead and click on download. And that's it. Now we can download that right to our computer, and then upload it right to Facebook. Now, if you're creating something that you want to post directly from Canva, you can do so. Let's say you created a Facebook post from here. All you'll need to do is simply click on this little download, this little arrow next to download, and click on, Facebook page. So if I click on Facebook page, it'll ask me if I want to connect to my Facebook page. I'll say yes. I can click there and it'll post directly to my Facebook page for me. The reason I'm selecting a PNG instead of a JPG is simply because PNGs are higher quality, okay? And I want to get the highest quality visual out there. I don't want any pixelation. And so PNG is going to be the best option. Here's the deal too. Let's say you create a document, a flyer, an invite, something that maybe you want to print or that you want to email out as an attachment. All you'll need to do is simply go click on download, under file type, select PDF, standard, or print, depending on if you feel like it's going to be printed or not. Also, the file size of the PDF print is going to be much larger than simply PDF standard. Okay, so those are your options there. Does anybody have any questions before we conclude today? This was us creating this Facebook cover. Yes. Here's another question. What will happen to my Facebook cover created in Canva if I decide to discontinue my Canva subscription? It will still be there. Yep, it will still be there. Every single thing that you design in Canva will all still exist, whether you have a pro account or not. They can't be texted out from Canva, but it's very easy to save a post of some sort right to your computer and then post and then text out, or save it right to your phone. What I would do is maybe if you want to text something out, I would create it from my computer or right in the Canva app on your phone, save it to your camera roll. Let's say you create it on your computer, open up the Canva app on your phone, download it right to your camera roll, text it right out right from your phone. Okay, that's the best way to do that. So you guys, again, this is one of the most powerful tools that exists for creating your brand online. And what I would do is once you figure out the font that you want to use, once you figure out the color scheme you want to use, maybe the visuals that you want to use, let me show you one more thing before we conclude today. I would start to share that everywhere. I work with an agent that came up with her 4 core values. And let me see if I can find that. I'll share that with you. So this is an example. So this agent, this was actually a real estate agent, but it could have been a loan officer, it could have been anybody that came up with their 4 core values. Her 4 core values were heart, family, care, and challenge. And all we simply did was we started with a Facebook post format, and I added this background onto it. So that's just simply a background. We added the logo to the top. We had some text onto it, and then her personal logo, created the first one. And then all I did was I clicked on this little duplicate button here. It created another one, and then I just changed the text out, changed the background out for something else, created the second one, and we did that. We created 4 very powerful and valuable social media graphics. Here, all 4 are right here, that she shared over a period of several days on social media. And she accompanied these with a video talking about how she puts her heart into everything she does. She goes all in with her clients like their family. She truly cares about all of her clients and shared an example of how she does it. And then she's always up for a challenge, how she loves challenges because it's her time to shine. She generated 4 deals by simply sharing her core values in a really effective and powerful way on social media. So again, you guys, the opportunities with this are absolutely limitless. Thank you so much for jumping on with me today. Thank you so much for supporting WFG National Title, and we really appreciate our relationship with you guys. If you have any questions, reach out to Mitch. And Mitch, I didn't know if you wanted to close up today's session. And David, today's session will be available. We'll get it available to you by this week. I'm going to work on getting this to you by Friday. So thank you so much for everybody for attending. Appreciate it. And by the way,
guys,
next week Don't forget next week, you guys, invite one of your colleagues. Next week's all about video, all about YouTube. Really, really powerful session next week.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks, Aaron. Great job.
My pleasure. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon.